I used to fear police encounters, but I found my power by understanding my rights. The turning point? A report that changed my perspective. Knowledge is key, it transforms fear into empowerment. Stay calm, know your rights, and communicate clearly. Facing fears with truth and integrity is possible for everyone. Share your stories and tips. Stand confidently. Empowerment is within reach.
If you are a Singaporean and you have been posting about watermelon, you have to watch this video. For a little backstory, I was detained at Singapore Customs when I was on the way back from Kuala Lumpur. When I was at the passport automated lanes, I couldn't go through and had to go to the counter. This usually happens because I have coloured contacts on and this is not alarming for me. However, when I was at the counter, they took away my passport and they told me to wait. When I asked them what this was about, the officer refused to tell me. Later, another officer came and she took me to a room. Number one thing that you should ask the officers to introduce themselves and ask which agency they are from. After I sat down, I asked again, what is this regarding? She told me, you will know in a bit. So number two, you can ask the officer if you're under investigation, what is the offence you've committed, what law do you break. You can actually refuse the questioning and insist for them to issue you an interview letter. No interview letter, no talk. So I could have left, but I didn't know, so I stayed and I also missed my bus. After asking for all my details, my family's particulars, my employment history, my school history, they even asked which primary school I went to. And then they asked for my Instagram handle. So that is when I know what this was all about. Officer asked if I've been posting about the Israel-Hamas conflict. I really hate it when they use this term. Of course I said yes. She even actually asked me how many posting I've did and I'm just like, I've been posting every day since October 7. She then asked to see my phone. So number 3, they cannot ask for your password unless they have a warrant. So I asked them what they wanted to see on my phone and she just wanted to see some Instagram postings that I've done and some Instagram stories that have my own comments on it. So I thought that's fine, so I showed her some of the postings. Number 4, they are okay with you merely reposting content from other creators, but they will look into comments you've included in your reposts. But don't be afraid if whatever you're saying is the truth. Number 5, they will also ask you where you've been getting your content or your news from. Of course, you can mention all the Palestinian press that has been posting and are active on social media. I don't think they can do anything to them. But please don't mention your local content creators. Anyway, long story short, another officer came in to tell me what the main issue was, which was the posting I did when I went to a protest in Japan. He said the posting encourages Singaporeans to protest overseas and it may jeopardize their safety. Girl, what? So now we can't do drugs overseas? We can't go for a protest overseas. Next thing you know, you can't even chew gum overseas. So I had to remove the post before they could let me go. So here I am sharing my experience with all of you so that you can avoid this altogether. They cannot insist to question you on the spot without the interview letter. You can honestly say, sorry, serve me the letter and then I'll talk. Stating all this here not to scare you guys, but to preempt you to not be afraid because you're on the right side of history. SG for Palestine and free watermelon today SG.